Love you.
Okay, everybody. Here we go again with a brand new episode of Brad and Mira For the Culture, the Otherppl show's weekly pop culture assessment. I am Brad Listi, and I am joined, as always, by my friend and co-host, Mira Gonzalez.
Hello, Bradley Listicle. How are we doing today?
I'm good. I should mention to people that I am a Gen Xer. I am old, and Mira is a millennial, and she is young, and she knows more about pop culture than I do. And that's kind of the conceit of this program.
And this is how we introduce ourselves to people at parties as well.
Yeah, this is our routine.
He says, I'm old, she's young, she knows more about pop culture than I do. Nice to meet you.
Today's episode is brought to you by Echo Books, publisher of A Different Kind of Tension, new and selected stories by Jonathan Lethem. And this is a definitive collection of new and selected stories by a master of the form. What do you think of that, Mira?
A master of the form. It's high praise. People don't say that about me. I got to be honest.
I think we're masters of the podcasting form.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay. People do say that about me. Brad just did.
That's right. So fluidly moving between realism and the surreal, the absurd and the mundane, A Different Kind of Tension is a container bursting with life and death, couples in trouble, talking animals, and technologies on the fritz.
Sounds a lot like my inner psyche.
Through it all are people who are longing to be seen and to connect, to thrive, to love, and to be forgiven.
Aren't we all, Brad? Aren't we all?
Again, the book is called A Different Kind of Tension, New and Selected Stories by Jonathan Lethem, available from Echo. And today's episode is also brought to listeners by Zona Motel, our friends at Zona Motel. If you are sick of boring, careful, corporatized book coverage, then Zona Motel is the website for you.
That's right, folks. And I know you are sick of it because we're sick of it, and you guys love us. So,
Zona Motel is a literary publication and brotherhood.
Brotherhood, all right.
Established as a countermeasure to the current state of writing, publishing, and existence.
Hell yeah.
Zona Motel wants to celebrate weird writers and small presses. It wants to help readers and writers find each other and to create space for the type of book coverage that we so desperately need. So, Mira, think like reviews, essays, live event dispatches, interviews, hot gossip, all about indie lit, sent to your inbox on a daily basis. How does that sound?
It sounds great. And you know what? I've always wanted to be part of a brotherhood, but generally I haven't been allowed. So I'm excited to be part of this brotherhood.
You can join the brotherhood at zonamotel.substack.com. That's ZONA motel.substack.com.
It is the brotherhood to defeat all brotherhoods. Check it out.
So I also want to give a quick plug to DeepDive, my new company, which just launched a brand new course yesterday.
Wow. Can we get a DeepDive theme song going in here? You know, some like air horns, like triumphant Deep Dive.
Brad is in America, trying to survive. He started up a company and called it what? Deep Dive. Hella sad that energy a beach in Malibu.
So the new course is called How to Write Autobiographical Fiction, and it is taught by Hannah Pittard, the acclaimed author of several novels, including, most recently, a novel called If You Love It, Let It Kill You. And the course launched on October 1st. I should add that Hannah is joined in the course by Michael Wheaton, the founder of Autofocus Books, an indie press that specializes in the publication of autofictional or autobiographical literature. So you get Hannah's perspective as the author. She's the main teacher. And then you also hear from Michael Wheaton to get the editorial and publishing angle on autobiographical fiction.
Very important angle. You don't often get taught that.
And I don't know if you can hear it, Mira, but there is unusual fatigue, like an unusual level of fatigue in my voice. I think I might be under the weather a little bit because River gave Carrie a cold, and then maybe I got it, but I've been working unusually hard to get this course ready for launch. And now it's out there in the world. And of course, How to Write a Novel, the flagship course, has been available for many weeks now. You can get that. Or guess what?
What? Tell me.
You can buy a bundle. You can get both of the courses together in a bundle at a reduced rate.
Wow, you can buy a bundle. And when Brad says that, he doesn't mean drugs. He means 2 deep dive courses, not heroin.
You can buy a bindle of deep dive courses. A bindle and a bundle.
A bindle, a bundle, a group, what do you call a group of deep dives? Like
an
a
8
pride?
ball? An 8 ball?
An 8 ball, yeah. You can buy an 8 ball of deep dive classes. Straight to the dome.
That's right. How to Write Autobiographical Fiction, now available. And How to Write a Novel, now available. Just check it out at www.deepdive.audio.
Check it out, or Brad will lose it and won't be able to podcast anymore. So for Brad's sake and for your own sake, buy it.
This is about survival.
That's right. It's about survival. It's about literature, but it's also mostly about survival.
So what's going on out there, Mira? What do we need to do today?
Well, just quickly, I don't want to even talk about it for too long because it's upsetting. But quickly at the top of the episode, I just wanted to say Dolly Parton has postponed her Las Vegas residency due to some health issues that she's been having, unspecified. But I just wanted to take this moment to send out prayers for Dolly. Everyone light a candle for her. I already hired a Nancy witch to put a protection spell on her. But please do the same. Dolly, we love you.
We love you, Dolly. Do we know what's wrong, or is it like unspecified?
No, it's unspecified. She hasn't specified yet, but hopefully it's nothing too intense. And Dolly Parton does have to outlive me, or I will do something that gets me on the national news. So we'll have to cryogenically freeze her.
She's a real saint.
She is a saint. She is the only thing that the left and right have in common in this country anymore. She's the only thing that could unite us.
Everybody loves her.
Everybody loves Dolly. There's no exceptions.
So what else is going on in your life? What have you been up to? Have you had a good week?
Well, Brad, thank you for asking. I have gone insane. I've lost my mind, as I, generally do, but kind of in a new way. Yesterday, get ready for this one, I went to a Soul Cycle class, a Taylor Swift themed Soul Cycle class. So I am unwell mentally is really the only thing that I could think of. Only reason why I did that. I really can't explain otherwise. Soul Cycle, for those of you who don't know, and I don't know why anyone wouldn't know, but it's like Brad, how would you describe Soul Cycle?
I feel like it's a cult, right? It's a little
culty.
Yeah, it's like spinning plus church.
Yeah, it's like it's a spinning class. You're on a stationary bicycle, and they play music really, really loudly, and there's like lights, like it's a club. It's like it's as if you were cycling in a gay club, basically. And then there's a guy in the front or a girl in the front of the class who's got like one of those like mega church little microphone Madonna earpiece things, and we'll be like pumping up the class. Like there was one point where he was like spinning his towel in the air and he was like, "Let's go sluts." It was completely out of control. The Soul Cycle gays need to be stopped.
Where was this?
This was in WeHo, of course, West Hollywood, the heart of Boys Town.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where else do you go to Soul Cycle?
I think I've been to that Soul Cycle years ago.
It's the gayest of all Soul Cycles, which are incredibly homosexual places. So it was frightening. It was frightening.
You went by yourself?
No. Oh my God, no. Can you imagine going to that would be like genuinely probably the scariest thing that I could possibly do is go to a Soul Cycle class by myself.
That's what I did.
Why?
I mean, I don't know. No one would go with me.
I wouldn't even think to go to a Soul Cycle class unless one of my friends was cajoling me into it, which is the case for what happened here. Alex was just cajoling me into going to this class, being like, it's Taylor Swift themed, like, come on. And then I guess I was very high the night before and I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then I followed through the next day.
This is like the one time you've ever actually exerted yourself because they played Taylor Swift music while you were on the bike.
You know what? So like, it was my second time at Soul Cycle. I went once, like maybe a year ago. And they were playing, like, the playlist was really meh. It was like a lot of like Celine Dion and like Coldplay and shit like that. And I was like, this class is literal torture. I hate this. Okay, this class, like, I was fucking pumped beginning to end. Like, I was like standing up when he told me to stand up. Like, I was like doing the little push-up things on the bar. Like, I held the weights the whole time we were supposed to hold the weights. Like, the Taylor Swift music like made me go Super Saiyan. It gave me like an energy boost, like the mushrooms in Super Mario.
Yeah, you were like leading the peloton. You were.
Yeah, that's right.
Mira could have won the Tour de France with this music. This is like her finest hour as an athlete.
That's right. That's all I need. It's my finest hour as an athlete and my finest hour as a Swiftie, because there were moments where I paused the music and everyone was supposed to sing the lyric. And I was one of maybe 4 people in the class who were screaming the lyrics at the top of our lungs as soon as he went and paused the music. So I guess I got more into it than I thought I would.
Did you park in a parking garage? I'm trying to remember this.
I did. I parked in a parking garage. It's on Sunset.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've been there. Or no, I think I went to one on Santa Monica Boulevard where I had to park in a parking garage.
There is not one on Santa Monica Boulevard, but it's close to Santa Monica Boulevard.
Okay. I'm trying to remember.
Maybe there was one on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's on Sunset, like in West Hollywood, like near the Strip, kind of.
Yeah. All right. Well, good for you. I'm happy that you're out. I mean, I feel like if you are in a state of acute mental illness, this is a nice way. This is a positive activity. You could do worse than going to a spinning class.
I could do worse, but I could also do better, considering that like the mental illness is certainly induced by the fact that Taylor Swift is coming out with an album at the end of the week, and it was a Taylor Swift themed exercise class. I mean, I've gone so insane that I'm seriously considering going to a Life of a Showgirl like release Soul Cycle class, where like the day after the album is released, you do a Soul Cycle class to the album.
These companies they're no fools. They're making money off this.
They're no fools. They know that people like me will show up to the Soul Cycle class with their gay bestie because it's Taylor Swift.
Maybe we should just do nothing but Taylor Swift coverage on this show and just try to ride that like juggernaut to fame and fortune.
Look, Brad, don't say it if you don't mean it. Don't get my hopes up if you're going to let them crash to the ground, because Lord knows I have enough Taylor Swift content to do a 2-hour weekly podcast probably for the rest of my life.
It would just, the entire show would just be me not knowing, literally knowing nothing, and you just like obsessing. just talking, and you being like, wait, what? Maybe like, hold on a second, I still have more to explain. Let me get the PowerPoint out. I mean, did you know that gaylers, who are people that believe Taylor Swift is gay, have what they call a Bible, which is a 100-page PowerPoint that some very powerful autistic woman must have made that explains why Reputation is about Karlie Kloss. I did not know that.
I read the whole thing. It's maybe even 200 pages. Is it well written?
Is it enjoyable?
Yes. If you ever want to read it, I'll send it to you. It's enjoyable, although it might turn you into what I have been somewhat affectionately referring to as Tay schizophrenia, which is what I have.
Okay, so what is that?
What is Tay schizophrenia? That is a big question. You know, I thought I was going to be able to fend off my Tay schizophrenia till at least like Wednesday, but it's already started and it's Tuesday and the album isn't out until Friday. Tay schizophrenia is like, okay, so like, you know how she's always dropping Easter eggs and then her fans are trying to interpret the Easter eggs. And that's like a big part of being a Taylor Swift fan. So imagine if you just took that way the fuck too far. So instead of being like, oh, like, you know, she's pointing to a double album because she's holding up 2 fingers. That's a reasonable Easter egg that Taylor Swift would have. But then some people get so into it where they're like, okay, the date that the album is dropping is 10-3. If you add 10 and 3 together, that's 13. What is 13 times 2? It's 26. So then when you do, like, people go nuts, mentally ill. Like, hold on, actually. I think that I can play a little sound clip here that will sort of illuminate a bit of what I'm talking about. This is from TikTok. I won't say who it is because I'm trying to be nice.
I've been a little afraid to bring this up because it sounds crazy, but I do think that at some point in the life of a showgirl that Taylor is going to show that she has died or that a part of her has died.
Like she thinks that Taylor is actually dead or that she's like spiritually dead. Like there's some...
You know, it's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. These people are so insane that I would And these people, I mean, me, I would believe potentially either way, but let's see.
I do think she will show this through performing a magic or illusionist kind of trick that reveals this.
Okay, she believes she's going to do a magic trick that reveals that Taylor Swift has died. And she believes this because in a promo for a Target exclusive vinyl, Taylor Swift kicks a paint bucket. That's it.
That's enough to trigger
taste schizophrenia.
Someone just losing their, I mean, people have nothing better to do.
Or they do have better things to do, and that's even scarier. Because sometimes you get a taste schizophrenic and they're like, so I'm an ER nurse. And you're like, fuck, bro. Like, these are my ER nurses. Like, I'm fucked. Like, I'm terrified.
Right.
Like, these people are like, they're like, a mother of 5 or they're a fucking, banker. I mean, these people are oftentimes don't even have that much time on their hands. And they've still gone full taste schizophrenic. And that's not to say that I'm above this somehow. I mean, I will say that, like, I don't think Taylor Swift is going to announce that she died. But I will say that, like, we all know, famously, we all know that I predicted that Torture Post Department would be a double album. And I've really done my very best to not do predictions for this album extremely far ahead of time because that was serious taste schizophrenia. I told myself I'll wait until Wednesday of the release week before I let the taste schizophrenia take hold. No, it started on Monday. I'm fucked. I think she's going to drop, note it, here's my prediction. She's going to drop Reputation Vault tracks alongside Life of a Showgirl during the weekend of the release.
Does that excite you?
Yeah. Who do you think you're talking to, Brad? You're talking to a full-blown taste schizophrenic. You think I'm not going to be excited about Reputation Vault tracks?
But like, what's the Vault tracks? It's just like different takes of the same songs that are on Reputation, or like additional tracks?
Well, thank you so much for asking, Brad. I'm happy to tell you. The Reputation Vault tracks are songs that she wrote for Reputation originally that did not make it on the album.
Okay.
And she's been dropping these with her Taylor's version albums that she dropped. Like, she'll have like the album itself and then extra tracks that she recorded at the time and it didn't make it on the album.
Does she give you those for free, or do you have to pay for the extra tracks?
It depends, I mean, she is a Tay capitalist in addition to a Tay musician. So sometimes she will make you buy, like, I believe the Torture Post Department, if you wanted the double album, you had to like buy like, Torture Post Department anthology or whatever. And with Midnights, you also had to buy another album for the bonus. So like, if you have like Spotify or something, you can listen to all of them. But if you want them on an album, usually you have to buy something separate.
So here's a question for you. Like, this album, I'm imagining you own all the albums. You have all the vinyl?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Multiples of some.
Okay, so if Life of a Showgirl comes out and the album becomes available for purchase, and Taylor Swift is like, by the way, it's $700 for the album, would you buy it? Like, what price would be too high?
$700? Absolutely not. That's way too high. I'd pay $700 to see a Taylor Swift show, but for an album, like just for like a vinyl, like no way. Unless I knew I could sell it for more.
What's the highest you would pay for the album?
Well, like, how special are we talking?
What do you mean?
Like, how special is the album I'm buying? Like, is it like
it's Life
like
of a Showgirl?
Only one?
No, it's just like Life of a Showgirl, the album that everybody's going to buy. What would you pay for the album?
Would I not be able to listen to Life of a Showgirl unless I bought the album?
I mean, you could stream it on Spotify or YouTube or something.
I mean, then I would be willing to pay like, I don't know, however much she charged for it, $50.
But not more.
I mean, again, if it was like a very limited edition, very special album and it came with like some special extra things or whatever, like I'd maybe pay like $100 for like some special package of things. But like, for example, like I've already purchased, I think, 2 different versions of Life of a Showgirl, one on CD and one on vinyl. That's going to arrive the day that the album comes out. And like, it was like, what? I think it was like $50 for the vinyl, something like that. Maybe less.
What if Taylor Swift was like, you can have Life of a Showgirl on vinyl plus a lock of my hair? What would you pay?
I would pay $700 because I know that I could sell it for like $5,000.
I think she'd probably be worried about cloning. People would take that hair and like,
Dude, yeah.
they'd want
She
that.
would like, I doubt that she like will allow her genetic material like anywhere. Like she's probably super paranoid about that.
That's crazy to think about, but it's probably true.
I mean, like we're close to being able to do some cloning things, you know? Although imagine a Taylor Swift clone, that would be crazy. Like just suddenly, like in China, there's someone who is just like identical to Taylor Swift and everyone's like, what the fuck?
And she can sing. She's got all the same like musical ability. They're just like, yeah, this is a cash cow. We're going to make our own.
I mean, for all we know, she could already be a twin, you know? Like the woman is fucking busy. It really appears that she's got more hours in a day than anybody else. What if she's been a twin this whole time?
Yeah, I don't know. I the whole thing is kind of mind blowing to me, but I'm glad. I'm happy for you. You seem like you found something in your like to kind of center your life around. And I have to say too that you're going to SoulCycle and Taylor Swift is making you healthier. And
well, I went to SoulCycle. I wouldn't say going is repeated, but we'll see.
Baby steps. Baby steps. But I have to say too, I don't know if I mentioned this when I saw you when we went to Dancing with the Stars last week. Which, by the way, if you're listening and you missed that episode, we recapped our adventures at Dancing with the Stars in last week's episode. But
yeah, check it out if you haven't heard it.
I meant to tell you that you looked really good. You look skinny. Like,
thank you.
I feel like you've lost some weight. I was like, I think Mira might be exercising. That thought crossed my mind, but then I was like, no, she's just not eating.
Yeah. Well, you were, first of all, thank you. It's terrible because I think that like you're skinny is probably one of the best compliments that I can get. And that is not healthy. And you are making a correct assumption that it is not due to exercise or anything healthy. It is more of a trauma-induced eating disorder. But, however you get there.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like I read this or I've heard this over the years that like it's not a good idea to like compliment somebody on looking thin because they could have an eating disorder that you're then exacerbating.
Yeah, which you probably are doing, but like don't stop calling me thin. Like I don't like if anyone's listening to this, like, oh, like you're exacerbating the eating disorder. It's fine. I have a therapist. Just tell me I look skinny.
I mean, you didn't look unhealthy. You didn't look super healthy, but you didn't look you didn't look like emaciated in some kind of unhealthy way.
I mean, look, I never look super healthy. I think I even could be super healthy and I would still look somewhat unhealthy. And I will say that, yeah, I mean, the weight loss, not necessarily due to healthy reasons, but if I start going to SoulCycle, maybe I could pretend.
What are you eating? Like, what is your daily intake these days?
Oh, God. Well, you say that as if like I could possibly predict what I'm eating from one day to another, which I cannot. It's basically like chaos meals all the way down. I mean, when Tyler is cooking for me, it's less chaotic. If I'm left up to my own devices, it's like, oh, take a carrot out of the fridge. Oh, take a string cheese out of the fridge. Oh, a handful of nuts. Oh, an avocado. Like I'm just like a fucking mess. But let's see, what am I eating? I think the thing that I'm doing is more that like when I have a meal, I'll eat just like a tiny bit of it. And then my brain's just like, all right, we're done. And like, I just can't keep going. So it's not that I'm eating like healthier. It's just that I'm eating like way less, I think.
What are your daily, like how many calories a day do you think you're taking in?
Well, so my eating disorder has not gotten to the calorie counting portion of it yet, but I do have a lot of experience with calorie counting. So like, let's see if I can count what I ate yesterday. I had a smoothie for breakfast. That's probably like 500 or something. It had peanut butter in it. And then for lunch, I had a chicken pita, maybe 350. And then for dinner, I had pasta, but I only had like a handful of pasta. So we got like 200. So like 1,000 calories.
Yeah, that's solid.
Is it solid? They say 2,000, which I don't really believe. I feel like a lot of the recommendations for diets in America are just like wrong.
Yeah, like 3 meals a day. I don't think I only eat like one meal, like one real meal a day.
Yeah, I feel like that's fake. Like I feel like there was like a corporation that paid for this 3 meals a day propaganda. Because to me, I'll have like a good breakfast, an early dinner, and then I'm fine. Maybe a snack.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't think you need all that food, and I feel like it's better to just eat when you're hungry. Like I guess if you're some people are constantly hungry, but I'm just like I'd rather just like fast in the morning, have a little something at midday, and then like at around. I'm also getting old, so I have my dinner at like 4:30 in the afternoon.
Look, I have my dinner at 4:30 in the afternoon too.
Yeah, I don't want to eat a bunch of food and then go to sleep. I can't sleep.
Yeah, no, it feels bad. It feels gross. I mean, like, I guess, like, if you really love food and just, like, eating a bunch of food, like, maybe that's what Ozempic is for. Like, it makes you have, like, smaller portions.
Are you on Ozempic? I feel like that was it's a natural question. Are you in the Ozempic closet?
Can you imagine, like, after all of those, like long, extensive conversations we had about Ozempic, I'm just like, yeah, like, I'm on it. Like, you're like, oh, fuck, I've fucked up calling it bad this whole time.
Somewhere angry Adam is smiling, like wiping a tear from his eye.
No, I'm not on Ozempic, but my in-laws recently, like, pretty aggressively accused me of being on it. They were just like, Mira, you can be honest with us. Like, it's fine. Like, there's no reason to be embarrassed. Like, it's totally okay. And I just kept having to be like, no, I swear to God, this is just medical trauma-induced eating disorder.
So wait, like your grandmother dying is part of the trauma? Is that what it was?
Yeah, like when I was like taking care of her, like on her deathbed, like definitely like my mom and I were like, it was like impossible to eat. Like it'd be like Tyler would come over some nights and be like, I'm ordering you guys fucking food and you're going to fucking eat this food, because otherwise it'd be like my mom would make us these delicious, actually, like berry cereal things in the morning. And then we would just not eat for the rest of the day. And I think I just kind of like continued that diet like ever since, honestly. And it's just like haven't gotten out of it. I feel like it's fine though.
For those of you listening, the grandma death diet is really effective at helping you shed pounds.
Really effective. If you want to lose a bunch of weight, just like volunteer to take care of your dying relative. It works like a charm. It's like natural Ozempic. It's free. You get to, be near a dead body. It's great.
Just stand at the bedside of a dying person. And
yeah, exactly. Like do all kinds of gross shit that I won't even enumerate on this podcast. It will make you lose your appetite.
I feel like people get freaked out when somebody, like there are people who are like kind of diehard 3-meal a day. They never think that people are eating enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or they're like, oh, you need like more protein. Like, oh, I need to have like this protein. Like I need to eat like 20 eggs for breakfast and like a steak. I'm calling it out now. That's just gross. You don't need that much protein.
I actually have a theory about this because
I
feel like we've been ramping, like this has been kind of steadily ratcheting up over the past decade, this obsession, like this American obsession with protein. And I think that America's obsession with protein is like on a parallel line with America's descent into fascism, or like they're related.
Yes.
They're related.
They're related 100%. I was so ready to be like, all right, Brad's going to have some fuck ass theory here. And I'm going to be like, you're insane. Like, oh God. And then Angry Adam's going to get mad. I agree 1,000%. It is indicative of America's descent into fascism. There is like a direct pipeline between like protein, seed oils, fucking like, beef tallow, like Tylenol causes autism, like anti-vaccine. I feel like all of these are connected in a web and it's easy to go in any one of these directions, including fascism. It's this weird connection between like diet, Americanness, like nationalism. Like it's like I haven't fully developed the theory yet, but I will have a 100-page PowerPoint next week. So like everybody prepare.
Yeah, I mean, like the cattle industry or whatever, the beef industry and I don't know, what do you call it? Livestock, whatever it is, beef, chicken, all of it.
Yeah, it's probably beef industry propaganda.
That's what I'm saying. They've done such a good job of marketing their products to convince people that somehow it's like American, and especially it's like it's masculine. Like you're a man.
Yeah.
You're a man if you're not a man if you don't eat like red meat, steak like a man.
Right.
And it's like actually.
And then they've started like injecting protein into other shit. It seems like to appeal to women. Like you'll have like power bars that have like beef protein injected into them or whatever. And it's just like, it is nauseating.
Yeah. The arguments around food drive me up the wall.
It's so insane. It's like Americans, and this is a fact, take it to the bank, Americans eat twice the protein of most other countries. It's crazy. We don't need this shit. We're just like being big fucking hogs. Like we don't, like generally speaking, you can get your protein even elsewhere. You don't even really need meat. But like if you do, it's like you need something like, I don't know, it's like half the size of your palm of chicken is like enough protein. What we need is fiber.
I've been vegan basically my whole adult life. And like, do I look like I'm somehow like protein deficient or lose?
Yes.
I mean, like,
No, you don't.
yeah. Like I'm not like withering away. I'm not like shivering or like catching.
You're like healthier than anyone I know.
Yeah. Like I've been eating just fruits and vegetables and whole grains my whole life. And like, I think that a lot of this, like sort of hysteria around protein is manufactured by these industries to try to create demand for products. And you mentioned fiber. It's interesting. I was just reading an article this week, I think in New York Magazine, about the founder of Jenny's Ice Cream. I think her name's Jenny. And she's kind of...
It'd be funny if her name wasn't Jenny.
Yeah. I think she's kind of going through a midlife crisis because she just got divorced and she's sort of taken a break, I think, from like running the ice cream company. And she's kind of convinced herself, at least, and now she's trying to convince everyone that actually, it's not protein that we're deficient in, it's fiber.
Yes, this bitch knows what she's talking about. We need leafy green vegetables, fucking flax seeds, chia seeds. Like, you don't need more steak. It's ridiculous. Like, I went to Fogo de Chao this weekend, and like, I had like just like a steak dinner. I can't remember the last time food has made me feel so bad. Yeah. It's disgusting.
Ugh. Yeah. I can't, I mean, I have like zero interest in eating the flesh of an animal. Zero. None.
Not even like fish?
No.
Really?
No. And I mean, like, and I say that, and like bacon is delicious. A steak is delicious. I'm not saying it tastes bad or that, like, I get like the sensual aspect of the food experience, like I'll eat anything.
Right.
But then I just think about it for a second and I'm like, ugh.
You get grossed out.
Yeah. It's disgusting. Yeah. I mean, like, we know that I'm easily grossed out by food, but like just this morning, I was driving home from my pre-dawn hike and I pull up to a red light. And how you just sort of glance at the car next to you. You just kind of like, who is it that I'm driving next to? And I glance to my left. And just as I glance to my left, this woman is just like shoving a bagel into her face, just taking an enormous bite. It's like, oh, and I was just like, oh, I just got so repulsed. I was like, why?
You were like, kill yourself, lady.
I don't like when people eat in cars. It's like, drive your car. Don't eat a meal while you're driving. It's so sad to me.
What if she's like late for work and needs to have breakfast?
You're going to be fine. You're not going to die if you skip breakfast.
What if she's an ER nurse?
What if she is?
Then what if she fucking collapses because she's hungry? Look, I'm a fainter.
Nobody okay, if you're genuinely like hypoglycemic, have a fucking cup of juice and you'll be fine.
If I have like an extremely empty stomach, if I haven't eaten all day long and I stand up quickly, I'm blacking out. Straight up. It's not even sugar. It's just like not eating. It makes me faint.
99 people out of 100 can make it from breakfast to lunch without eating, without any kind of medical event happening. It's like,
bitch, you better starve because it is grossing me out that you're having a bagel in your car. I can't wait to hear what Angry Adam says about this.
When you fast, it actually heightens your senses. And your sense of your visual acuity is enhanced, your hearing, everything. And
why would you want that?
Because if I have an ER nurse who's dealing with me, I want her to be on alert.
And then her hands are shaking. They're shaking because she's hungry, and she's like, trying to do stitches. Her hands are shaking, blood everywhere.
She starts eating my organs.
Exactly. She starts eating your organs. She's got low blood sugar. She's hangry. She doesn't like you because she's hangry. Like if I get too hungry, my emotions become out of control and I am like ready to abuse my husband.
Yeah, I mean, people get emotional about food. I just see so many people.
It's not about food. It's just like my body is missing something and therefore I'm upset.
Yeah.
I rarely ever feel like I'm craving this. I want to eat this. It's more like, my body's mad at me.
Yeah, I guess I can get a little I don't really have that, but if I haven't eaten all day and then I'm finally eating my meal at if grandpa is having his supper at 4:30, what will happen is that I'll go in to the kitchen to make my food and then I'll just have it all ready on a tray or whatever. And my kids will just like come storming into the room and they'll just be like hammering me with questions, and I'll just be like, just let me fucking eat. I'll just look at Carrie and I'll just be like, I just want to fucking eat. I'm just so hungry.
See, you get a little hangry, right? I mean, like, imagine you are working at a preschool, right? And you haven't eaten all day long, and then preschoolers are hammering you with questions all day long. You might eat a bagel in the car.
I've never eaten a meal in a car in my life.
Have you eaten anything in a car in your life?
I mean, I'm not a big, like I don't eat on planes either. I'm just like.
What if you're on like a road trip?
Maybe.
And you like having like nuts or carrots or something?
Sunflower seeds. Like I'll do that.
That seems like a particularly bad nut, actually. That kind of grosses me out because then you have to spit.
Out the window.
That's gross. Spitting grosses me out so badly. Spitting is like eggs for you, is spitting for me. It grosses me out so fucking bad. Like if you're going to have like, if you want to shell nuts, have like peanuts or like pistachios. But like the way that you are constantly spitting, like I love sunflower seeds and I won't eat them because it grosses me out.
Yeah, I think it's just like the busy work. It's sort of like chewing tobacco, but it's not like as bad for you. It's not as carcinogenic or whatever. But
I mean, chewing tobacco is, I think, like the maybe number one most disgusting habit a person could have. I prefer cigarettes by a lot.
I used to do that when I lived in Indiana. All of us did. Yeah. Growing up, all my friends and I, we all dipped.
That's crazy. You can't handle people eating eggs at a restaurant, but you and all of your friends chew tobacco?
Listen,
that's so much more disgusting.
Yeah, I'm disgusted by myself. But I mean, this is years ago. I gave that up. It's not like I do that anymore. But yeah, we used to all just sit in my basement and play Nintendo and just have our cups.
Ugh.
It was gross.
Ugh. I tried chewing tobacco once when I was in Sweden because it's like very popular there. They have the little like packets that you like put in like the inside of your lip.
Totally.
And like when I did it, like I was literally like, I was choking like this the whole time. Like I like couldn't talk properly.
It makes you sick. Like, it's strong.
That's what I was going to say. I got nauseated. I was like, I'm going to throw up. I need to spit this out. Like, what the fuck?
But when you get acclimated to it, it's like it delivers like a really like relaxing, like it's, you know, it's a,
I like nicotine gum. Is it like that?
It's more powerful.
Oh, interesting. Well, I'm glad I don't like it then, because Lord knows, I easily get addicted to things.
I would love it if Mira got addicted to chewing tobacco in her midlife. That would really be a nice turn.
Look, I'm a severe adult asthmatic, and I would genuinely smoke cigarettes before I did chewing tobacco. Like, I would just have asthma attacks before I did chewing tobacco.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's so fucking disgusting, dude. Oh my God.
Anyway, all of this protein, all of this fiber talk, I think that like my North Star, and I think what should be everybody's North Star when it comes to making decisions around food and wellness is Lenny Kravitz.
Oh, so true. I could not agree more. The man is like just, you look at him, he's just a fucking beacon of health. And he's like the best looking fucking, how old is he? Like 60?
Yeah, he's like, I want to say he's either 60 or 61. And, you know, the thing about it is that the debates are eternal. Like, it's always changing. Everybody's always got a different idea. What was right yesterday is wrong today, and vice versa. And it gets really confusing and annoying. So with that in mind, let's just look at somebody who looks like Lenny fucking Kravitz does at age 60. He looks like he's 28 years old.
Like literally, like that's like not even an exaggeration. He looks like my age.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, what is this guy doing? Well, he doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He eats a vegan diet, mostly vegetables that he himself grows, and he eats them raw mostly. And he works out like 5 or 6 days a week. And that includes...
Do you think he smokes weed?
Sure.
All right.
I mean, not a ton, but I bet you he takes an edible. I mean, the thing is, like, I kind of imagine Lenny will like have a cookie. It's not like he's a total Puritan.
Right. He's not like a straight edge.
It's kind of like how I am. Like, I'll deviate, but it's just that like 90% of the time or 95% of the time, I try to do the right thing. And then, have a fucking cookie. Like, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
But he looks.
I mean, why not?
I really think that like he's going to be studied. I think that eventually scientists are going to come around and just be like, Like, the guy, what's the billionaire who's trying to like hack death or whatever?
Yeah, Brian. I can't remember. Is it Brian Johnson? Maybe
something like that. He creeps me out. Like his look is just so like inhuman.
His Twitter account is so insane and funny that I've almost found myself like appreciating him more than other billionaires, just because at least he's doing something fucking weird and insane that like I can witness and like be entertained by and not afraid of.
Well, no, I was just going to say, in his defense, I think like he gets knocked for doing this thing as like a vanity project. I really don't think that's his angle. I think he's like, I'm a guinea pig and I've got the resources to do this stuff. I'm going to test all this shit on myself for the benefit of humanity.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to benefit humanity at all, because I think all the things that he's trying are like completely insane and ridiculous. But I can't, it's like the same way that I'm like more appreciative of like rich people who are like on Real Housewives, even though they're like terrible people. And that's why I watch, just because they entertain me. Like, at least he's entertaining me. Like, an Elon Musk doesn't entertain me. It just scares me.
Yeah. Or just like, it's just like so revolting. But
yeah, it's revolting.
Anyway, what else we got, Mira?
Well, we do have an Angry Adam today, my favorite. Thank you, Angry Adam. And we haven't listened to it yet, but let's all listen to it together.
Hey guys, Angry Adam here. Listening to you describe Dancing with the Stars is so fucking boring. I cannot tell you how little anyone cares about you guys going to fucking CBS and watching those idiots fucking dance around, and the level of detail and the obsession with the Baldwins is just sickness. Like, I'd like to put you guys on a show. Actually, I've been pitching to CBS. It's called Lobotomizing the Podcasters, and it's just you two. It's a 5-minute show. We're going to fucking put a screwdriver through your forehead and then watch the drool come out. One thing in the podcast that I did like was this idea of doing therapy together in public. And Mira, we already know what your problems are. You're a drug addict. But Brad, I think getting to the bottom of your like weird disgust of the human body and human like bodily functions is something I really enjoy getting to the bottom of. I feel like your parents must have like, put you in a primate cage or something, or like you were like raised by like Victorian like fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Like by Victorian edgelords. Like, you are such a mess. I think some exposure therapy would be good for you. I'd really like to take you to a German sex club. So let's just calendar that, and maybe we can work on that for the next fiscal year. Okay, bye. Love you.
Love you too, Angry Adam. And firstly, there's 2 things I want to say. The first thing is that let's take Brad to a sex club. Adam, you and me, we're going to do it. I know where some are. I know the particularly gross ones, the sweaty ones. We're going to take Brad there. Note it.
Wait,
second,
what is a sex club? A sex club is just where people perform sex on stage, or is it like where you just go to a party and people are just like in rooms on like beanbags? Both.
It just depends. There's one place that I know in New York where there's a guy who wraps himself in a rug, like rolls himself up into a rug, and then he is laying down in front of the bar. So in order to get a drink, you step on him because that's his fetish.
Yeah, this stuff is all so weird to me. And mea culpa, I am disgusted by human bodies. And I mean, I also think they're beautiful, but like human bodies are fucking disgusting, and left untended, they're just like smelly, hairy, pus-filled meat sacks. And like,
that's why you should probably tend to them, and then they're fine.
Yeah. But I mean, I see both. I contain multitudes. Like, I can't look at a human body and just be like only seeing it through rose-colored glasses. I see the full cycle.
The other thing I want to say is he's telling us he wants us to get lobotomies. Adam, don't threaten me with a good time. All right? Don't say it if you don't mean it. You want to give me a lobotomy? Don't put your money where your mouth is and give me the goddamn lobotomy. I've been waiting my whole fucking life. Also bold to say you know what's wrong with me, because yes, I am a drug addict, but there's so many other things wrong with me. I mean, it's just no therapist can figure it out. No psychiatrist can medicate it away. Adam, if you truly know what's wrong with me, please let me know. And please let my therapist know as well. I'm desperate.
Yeah, Mira's multi-dimensional dysfunction has like puzzled doctors and scientists for years now.
Yeah, 3 decades of just the most confused doctors that you have ever met, like about my physical body and about my brain. So you would really be doing me and a lot of medical professionals a favor if you give me a lobotomy.
What is it? They don't do lobotomies anymore, do they? Like, isn't like that outlawed or?
They don't do lobotomies anymore, but you know what they actually do if you go to like a very fucked up doctor and they legally still can do it is like electroshock therapy, which is like a slow lobotomy.
Right. I've heard that. You have to like bite down on a stick, like that whole thing.
Yeah, it's like very 1940s, like very fucking like psych ward mental patient type shit. Adam, if you're listening, I'd rather have the screwdriver.
I think actually they let you like wear a mouth guard. I don't think they put a stick in your mouth.
No, I don't think it's a literal stick.
They just snap one in half.
Just get it off the tree outside. All right, here you go.
Let's get these electrodes fastened to your skull.
It's like the beginning of Return from Oz. If anyone's seen that movie, probably not though. That's a deep cut. But they're electrocuting her in that, and they just put a fucking stick in her mouth.
It's kind of terrifying to think of like medical history, and you'll think like you'll be hearing some like remember when they used to bleed people?
Oh yeah.
Or they'd put leeches on you or whatever it was. And like, this was like, or like in the mid 20th century, it's like, yeah, have some cigarettes for your nerves or whatever.
I mean, it's like you back in like, whatever, Victorian era or whatever the fuck. It's like either you get the most horrifying surgery anyone has heard from and they like scoop your brain out with a spoon, like through your eye while you're still awake. Or they're like, here's some heroin, here's some cocaine, here's a bottle of whiskey, you're good. And like the second option sounds pretty sick to me.
I mean, if I had to choose, I'd choose that.
Yeah.
But it's like, you just wonder, like, what is happening today in, like, medical practice that would be the equivalent of, like, using leeches or, bleeding people out or whatever to try to prevent illness or
Tylenol during pregnancy.
That's
That's the thing. And, our great president is trying his best to prevent it, but those libs just will not listen.
Yeah.
So speaking of the libs, is that a good transition? I don't know. We'll see.
I'll take it.
Yeah, he'll take it. All right. Bad Bunny has been announced as the Super Bowl halftime artist. Now, Bad Bunny is a Latino musician. Is he from Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he's from Puerto Rico. He's a Puerto Rican. What is Puerto Rico called when it's not white people saying it? Because it's like Puerto Rico is the port of riches, which is what white people named it. But there's another name for it that you say if you're Puerto Rican. I don't know. Write into the podcast if you can remember. Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl halftime. Puerto Rican people around the world are rejoicing as well as other people. I like Bad Bunny.
He's huge, right?
He's huge.
He's like globally like the biggest pop star right now.
Yeah, it's like him and Taylor Swift. Like, I mean, he's obviously not quite at that level, but like he's fucking big. And like one of the few people who've gotten that big, like as like transferring from like singing in Spanish. It's like pretty rare.
I don't the thing is I can't get into it because I'm like, why does he call himself Bad Bunny? These names drive me crazy. I'm like, what are you, is he 4 years old?
I'm gonna start calling you Brad Bunny.
I'm Killer Koala. In case anybody's wondering, I've changed my name.
It's the Brad Bunny show. Everybody, he's performing the Super Bowl halftime with his podcast.
I mean, it's like, but it's honestly like, why? Like this guy, I looked it up. His actual birth name is Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio.
Wow, nice accent.
That's a fucking good name.
It's a great name.
Just call yourself Benito.
Yeah, or like his initials, like Bamo.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Or like Benito Antonio. That's a great name.
Yeah, or Benito Ocasio. Anything. You got a good name. It's not like you have some bad name.
Yeah, not like Brad.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to run from this. And yet you're walking around as a grown adult calling yourself Bad Bunny.
So I actually got curious and looked this up. Apparently the name comes because there was like a photo of him as a kid that went somewhat viral that is like him dressed up in a bunny suit, just looking totally despondent. And like he thought it was so funny that he decided to name his musical project Bad Bunny, which is kind of funny, I guess.
So wait, I got a question. I have a question. Is like he sings in Spanish, but yet his performing name is in English. Do you know what I'm saying? Does he have like is there a Spanish equivalent? Like what is he called?
Malo, but what is bunny in Spanish?
Yeah, I want to know what people call him in Spanish.
Let's see. Is there, how would I even Google that? Like Bad Bunny in Spanish.
Yeah.
What is Bad Bunny called in Spanish? Let's see. Stage name is Bad Bunny, even when in Spanish. So it's an English stage name all over.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Interesting choice.
By the way, now that I'm Brad Bunny, this podcast will be entirely in broken Spanish.
That's right. That's right. Your Spanish might be better than mine, honestly.
I don't know. It's pretty remedial.
Mine is like beyond remedial. My 11-year-old sister is constantly making fun of me for it. The other day, she's super fluent because she like was like half raised by me and half raised by a nanny who speaks only Spanish. And so her Spanish is like totally fluent. I recently was trying to say crocodile and I said crocodilo instead of cocodrilo. And she like laughed so hard at me. She was like, you fucking dumbass, you absolute moron. So he's performing at the Super Bowl. Win for Latinos like me. Love to see Latino music becoming popular, Spanish language music. That's always fun. We're a very musical culture, although I'm not Puerto Rican, but
I got to be honest. I had never heard, like to my knowledge, I'd never heard Bad Bunny music until this announcement was made. And then I got curious. So I was in my car driving around and I played some of the music and I didn't hate it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I can't I've heard his music before and been like, oh, this is pretty good, but I can't really remember any of it. But he also is stylish. Like I like his whole like sense of aesthetics. Like he always looks really insane. Like his outfits are always like really out there in a way that I just appreciate it. You rarely see a man who's doing that.
Is he good looking?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think he's very handsome. He's like, I mean, I think anybody would think he's very handsome. He's super, super good looking. I think he strikes me as gay. And I think that is a conspiracy that some people have. They think he's gay, but he did date Kendall Jenner, who also seems gay.
Wait, I didn't know that. This is new to me. Kendall Jenner is gay coded, or what do you call it?
Gay coded. That's good use of youth lingo, Brad. Very nice. She seems very gay coded to me. She, I mean, Kylie also seems vaguely gay coded, but I do think that she's actually like into men. Kendall, on the other hand, like she's like never really had a relationship with a man that was like real or long lasting or like anything close to it. She just really reads gay to me and to a lot of people. So I don't know.
But she dated him, like quote unquote? Yeah,
she did for like a very, very short period of time. It seemed very fake to me.
I wonder what she called him. Does she call him Bunny?
You know, I called my little sister, everybody called her Bunny until she was like 12. And then my mom was like, okay, we got to start calling her Lola now. I still call her Bunny though.
That's cute. It's cute for a little girl, but for a grown ass man, I question it.
Yeah, I call her Squid sometimes too. It's cute even for a grown ass girl, but like only if your sister is calling you that, I think. If it's like just a name everyone calls you, it's a little weird.
And like MAGA is up in arms about the fact that they picked Bad Bunny, right? They think he's like some sort of he's like a voice for immigrants and they're pissed off about it.
Yeah, they're mad he's not white. They're like, why the fuck didn't you get a white person to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show? I don't want to look at this horrible Mexican. I mean, fucking Jesus Christ. And that was intentional. They called him Mexican instead of Puerto Rican. That was me doing an impression of somebody who's ignorant. I know he's Puerto Rican.
Well, he does live on an island in the Gulf of the United States. And,
does he? Of the United States?
Formerly the Gulf of Mexico. It's now the Gulf of America is what I think it's called now.
See, my geography is so bad. I cheated my way through history class.
History and geography are not even the same, Mira.
Well, I cheated my way through geography class too, clearly. So our next story, speaking of conservatives, Republicans, is about our special American boy, Barron Trump. Our special American boy with gigantism, Barron Trump. He went on a date with some poor woman, and they shut down an entire floor of Trump Tower for it. So a lot going on here. How did Barron Trump find anybody who would go on a date with him?
Is he on the apps, do you think? Or what's he doing?
I mean, like, maybe he met her at, like, NYU, but, like, if I had to guess, I would say that it's, like, I don't know, someone who works for Mossad that his dad hired so that, like, Barron looks like he can get pussy.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost like with the Trumps, it's almost like an arranged marriage thing that's happening.
Yeah, because, like, obviously, like, Barron, like, you know, for those of you who remember, like, there was a bunch of stories that came out about when Barron was little, how he would, like, literally torture small animals. Like, just he's, like, play with fire, torture small animals, and piss the bed, which are, like, the 3 indicators that someone's a serial killer. So clearly his social skills aren't great. And
you know this for sure? He tortured small animals.
Well, it's quote unquote unconfirmed, but somebody who was like one of his like babysitter caretakers or whatever came out with these stories.
That he tortured animals, pissed the bed, and set things on fire?
Yep. And like attacked many of his friends, like tried to stab them and shit like that. They had to like pay off several families.
I got to say that just like looking at him, like the eye test, I find him terrifying.
Terrifying. Do you know how tall he is? He is 6'9". That's so fucking tall. That's a basketball player.
Yeah, that's like a power forward.
That's, I don't know what a power forward means. It sounds like a sex thing, but that is psychotic.
That's power bottom.
That's power bottom. I mean, power forward could be something. I'll think on it. I'll ask Alex. Maybe it's something in the gay community. He's so fucking tall, but like clearly they never even tried to get him to do any kind of sport because look at him, like it wouldn't work. But like he's tall enough to be a basketball player.
And he's just got like all these serial killer indicators. And I feel like he's always kind of dressed in this like American Psycho. He's always wearing a suit, right? He's just like his dad. He's
always wearing a suit and like a long coat, which has to look like, he must look like 2 toddlers in a trench coat. Like all the time.
Imagine being at NYU and this guy walks into your class.
It's like, that's 2 kids stacked on top of each other in a trench coat pretending to be Barron Trump. Why are you at NYU?
And like they had to rent out, or not rent out, but they had to take up a whole floor of Trump Tower.
I guess for security reasons, which is like bizarre because it's like an office building. So like, I feel like you could just like, I don't know, like, do you have to shut down an entire floor? I guess they like probably didn't want any photos or something.
Yeah. Like what floor is it? It's just offices, right? Or isn't it?
That's what I thought, right? Like I thought it was like campaign offices and shit like that.
Imagine if your daughter calls you and it's like, hi, Dad, or hi, Mom, guess what? I'm going out on a date with Barron Trump.
Oh, my God. I would fucking lose my mind. Like, it'd be like, okay, you're going on a date with Barron Trump, like, over literally my dead body. Like, I am going to duct tape you to the floor right now.
I'd fly out.
Yeah, I'd fly out. And I would go banging on the doors of Trump Tower, like, with a gun in my hand. Like, no, like I would be losing my mind, like fly off, cut her off financially, like anything. Like I would be like, I mean, I would lose my fucking mind.
That would actually be like a funny movie. It's like a comedy about parents who like undertake like a Mission Impossible journey to stop their daughter from going on a date with Barron Trump.
It could be like a modern version of like the Birdcage, but like opposite, where it's like, all right, we got to make ourselves as unappealing as physically possible. We got to pretend to be much gayer than we are.
I mean, I think it would just get like you're wrestling her to the ground. Like you say, you're duct taping her to a chair.
Yeah, dude, I would just like immediately be like, all right, like duct taping you to the wall and like locking all the doors like from the outside. Like you do not get to leave this house. I'm boarding everything up. Like that's it. Like, I don't know. Sorry. Like I have to physically restrain you from doing this because what other option do I have?
And then Barron gets angry and sends like his Mossad security detail out to like find you.
find you and save you, and then you get married because Baron is your prince in shining armor, knight in shining armor.
Yeah, or you're forced to. It's like, this will happen. This is an arranged marriage.
What do you think they had for dinner?
I think I read somewhere that Baron ate a grilled human hand. Medium rare.
Not well done, although not rare either. Medium rare, right in between.
Yeah.
Imagine they have like a gourmet chef like giving her like the most like amazing meal, like just like delicious like sushi and like caviar and all this stuff, and then they come out with like one of those like little divider plates that you give to toddlers, and it has like macaroni and cheese and like a couple chicken nuggets for Baron.
That's probably closer to the truth. You just got like little like chicken nuggets and like the little kid meal like at every restaurant where it's like chicken nuggets and French fries and like some apple slices.
Yeah, like a little juice box. Maybe some like, like a little yogurt or something like that for dessert. Go-gurt.
It's interesting. I truly would be curious to watch like some sort of video of him in private, like, where he didn't know he was being filmed. Just like, I have no idea what that guy is like. None.
I don't even know what his voice sounds like.
Yeah. He's like very opaque, but in a way that's kind of ominous, I think. Like,
yeah, I feel like they're keeping him away from like any cameras or anything. Like Melania seems very protective of him. Like of all the kids, like she doesn't seem to care. I mean, because it's like hers, but like she wants to keep Baron out of the spotlight, I think, because she knows that he's fucking weird and like would just get made fun of mercilessly if he was in the spotlight.
But they're also like this family, like they're grooming him. He's like he's the heir to the throne kind of thing.
You think so?
Sure. I mean, down the road.
Yeah, maybe that's why they're having him be quiet now, because they like don't want him to ruin his political career like early on like that.
And remember at the RNC, I think, didn't he come out and like raise a fist and, and everybody went wild?
Yeah, he just like stood up and like waved and raised a fist like his dad.
That creeped me out.
So fucking creepy, dude. I just like, what do you do on a date with Baron Trump? Like, what is the activity?
After the meal, you sit down in the like the home theater and you watch a double feature of Birth of a Nation and Passion of the Christ.
And you watch some like clips of Song of the South, just like bring it all together.
Yeah, that's like the intermission or like the interstitial animation.
They bring in Stephen Miller, totally hairless. He's the entertainment.
Yeah, they've shaved him down and they put him in a latex suit, and he's hogtied, and the Secret Service carries him in on a spit. And at this point, Baron Trump orders his date to pee on Stephen Miller.
And then once he's all wet, once he's all disgusting and wet, they take him and they push him down a water slide. They just take his greasy, just wet latex body and they like push him down like a slip and slide.
That's right. And then they have he gets chased around, perhaps like pursued and beaten.
Right. Yeah, they oil him up and try to chase him around. Nobody can catch him. He's just slipping and sliding out of everybody's hands.
By the way, Stephen Miller, incredibly quick on his feet. He's it's something people don't realize. He runs a 4.40. He's incredibly fast.
That's right. He's like the Usain Bolt of politics.
And aerodynamic without a single like hair on his body. He's completely denuded.
Extremely aerodynamic. Once you put that latex suit on him, especially just a little olive oil, little latex suit, it's like phew, just right. It goes 100 miles an hour.
So I think they do that for entertainment after the films, and then maybe they do
like a slow dance.
Yeah, like they go out onto the terrace and do a slow dance to
Proud to be an American. Yeah, jinx.
And I'm
exactly.
proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
But it's like a live band, like slow dance version of it with like violins and like delicate cello.
Yeah, it's like a string quartet on the terrace.
Yeah.
Just plays like an instrumental version. And the date is like, even in high heels, like she only comes up to like Baron's belly. So she's like got her face pressed against his belly while they're slow dancing.
And then at the end, she's held at gunpoint and forced to sign an NDA.
That's it. That's the closer. He puts her in a cab after the Secret Service corners her in the elevator and holds a gun to her head and makes her sign an NDA.
God, that is truly one of my worst nightmares. I really like, of all of the Trumps that one could go on a date with, Barron might be the worst option, like short of Trump himself.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Don Jr. is a schmuck, but like I know who that guy is. He's like cocaine addicted.
Right. He's not unpredictable. I actually, I had a coworker that went to college with Don Jr. and was like good friends with him in college. And he would throw parties all the time. Don Jr. would at like his dad's, fucking giant mansion. And apparently he would throw these parties, and he said it was kind of sad because nobody really liked Don Jr. that much, besides like my friend who hung out with him or my coworker who was his friend for some reason. But they would all like, stay around him because they wanted to go to his parties because there'd be like all this free alcohol and drugs. And it was just like this big, giant fun thing. And like, apparently Eric Trump like would always come, but like Don Jr. would be like, go away, Eric. Like, you're lame. Like, we don't want to hang out with you. And it would be like, Don Jr. was really fun up until a certain point in the night where inevitably every time he would start crying about how his dad doesn't love him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I know somebody who went to college with, I think I told this story about how I know somebody who went to Penn and was in classes with him. And the story that went around was that on Parents Weekend, Donald came to visit and like they got into a fight and Donald slapped him like in the dorms, like slapped him across the face.
I do remember this. Jesus Christ. I believe that. I fully believe that. It's a very Donald Trump like type of violence to slap too, of all things. Not a punch, not pushing, not really yelling even, just like a bitch slap across the face.
Yeah, just humiliated him like right there on campus in the dormitory. I don't know. It's like that's the thing. Like these kids never had a chance, and I feel like Eric is just sort of like the bumbling douche. I don't know. He's like kind of the most nondescript of the.
He's
kids.
like the George W. of the family, where it's like the rest of them are supposed to be the politicians, but then like George W. ended up being the politician, and he's just so slow and just like so like fucking dumb. Like that's Eric. He's the slow dumb one.
And then like Barron's just going to be like the full on psychopath.
Yeah, full on psychopath. Like so much of a psychopath that like he might not even be successful in politics. Like he might be like too psychopathic to like be charming enough to be a successful psychopath. Because I feel like if he was charismatic, we would have heard from him.
You would think. Maybe when he gets out of college, they'll start to, raise his public profile. But it's just...
It's interesting he's going to college at all. Like, why are they sending him to NYU?
Because he couldn't get into an Ivy. But
like, why is he going to college at all? It seems like he doesn't even need to.
Oh, it's a pride thing. Like Donald Trump, like the thing about Donald Trump is that like he cares about his kids insofar as they like aggrandize him. He sees them as an extension of himself. And it would be, I think, embarrassing to him. I think it's probably embarrassing that his kid is going to NYU and not like an Ivy, like, he somehow got to go to Penn or whatever. But
did Trump go to Penn?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I want to say not at first. I think he went to like Rutgers or something else. Like he couldn't get in. And then he somehow slid in, if I have my facts straight. And then
they paid off the school and he was able to get in there.
Something like that. And then also, like, I think he was hiring people to take tests for him too. Like, he cheated his way through that. There's no phase of this guy's life where he's been above board.
Yeah, no, clearly not. I mean, obviously not. And the same can be said for his kids. It's just that he made it so that they were able to cheat as opposed to figuring it out via RoadCon.
So here's a question for you, Mira. I think we can, I'm going to ask you to place a wager. Who kills first in the days ahead, Alec Baldwin or Barron Trump?
I'm going to say confidently Alec Baldwin, because what happened to Hilaria on Dancing with the Stars, I'm sorry, Angry Adam, for talking about the Baldwins again, but it was deeply unjust. And I think Alec's pissed. He might kill Gleb.
One of their dogs died. Did you see that?
Alec killed again.
Yeah, I think maybe Alec smothered the dog to death after Hilaria got screwed over on Dancing with the Stars, like in his rage.
Yeah, he saw her on the bottom three and would just like grab the dog by the tail and was just swinging it in the air, like in the beginning of Each of the Killer.
just it's a little tiny like teacup poodle, right? Just like,
oh my God,
just covering it with a pillow, like, good night, sweet princess.
He pulled a Christopher Moltisanti in The Sopranos when he got addicted to heroin. I don't know if you've ever seen The Sopranos, Brad.
No, What are you talking about?
Well, those who did see The Sopranos will immediately know what I'm talking about, but it was a scene where Christopher Moltisanti was on so much heroin that he fell asleep on the dog and killed it.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Which is a kind of a big spoiler to a big plot point that I guess I won't mention, even though the show is old as fuck and it should be fine. And you should have seen The Sopranos, Brad. I hope that Angry Adam calls in and gets mad at you for that one. Probably he'll get mad at me.
I've never seen I've never seen hardly any of Seinfeld or The Simpsons or
I haven't really seen much of Seinfeld either, honestly. Not to be this person, but I didn't have TV growing up, so I missed out on a lot of things.
It just always misses me. It's too much of a commitment to tune in. I don't have the time. It's like,
see, here's the thing though. This is how I do it is I turn on the show, but I don't really tune in exactly as much as I space out and just sort of have it going in the background.
Yeah, I tried to watch Breaking Bad because I felt like I should, and I got through, I think, like the first season, and then I just trailed off.
I struggled with Breaking Bad at first. I actually only watched Breaking Bad because I watched Better Call Saul, and I liked that so much that I could then go back to Breaking Bad, and it was like interesting enough.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I don't think it was bad. I just have a hard time.
It's a big time commitment.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to ask. You have to have some real free time.
Yeah, like my best friend, she notoriously says that she hates movies. She just doesn't really like movies. She doesn't watch movies. It's too much of it's too long of a time commitment for something that she says is like not going to last longer than that. She's like, why am I going to spend an hour and a half of my time on people who then I'm never going to see again? Which is completely insane to me. But I call her cinephobic, and I kind of respect it.
I have a friend like that. He can't stand movies.
That's so fun. I literally can't imagine that. I love movies so much. It's insane. So, all right. So our next story, moving on, is about Lionel Richie, weirdly. So Lionel Richie threw a concert, and that concert turned out to be a literary event. He tricked everybody, and Lionel Richie went on stage and just talked about his book for an hour, and his fans were furious.
Wait, now, Lionel Richie still has fans?
Well, apparently, and apparently they paid as much as $600 to go see him.
Okay, well, they deserve whatever they got.
100%. Who pays $600? That's psychotic. That's like for Lionel Richie.
I was going to say Mira Gonzalez going to a Taylor Swift show.
That's nothing. I mean, it's basically free for a Taylor Swift show, but it's expensive for a Lionel Richie show. So, I mean, I just want to say, like, I am horrified by this. Like, literary events, they cause me to revolt even when I'm expecting it.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if I go to a literary event and I know that I'm going to one, I feel like revolting once it starts.
Yeah, it's like it'd make you want to revolt.
But to show up at a concert and to have some guy start reading from his memoir is just... I'm surprised he didn't get killed.
I mean, yeah, like he could have easily gotten Charlie Kirk, and I would have been like, it's not like it's kind of justified a little bit. I kind of can't blame him, like I'm against murder, but
just some psychopath in the balcony, like screaming, like just sing "Dancing on the Ceiling."
I mean, I literally, like, not even joking, have nightmares that concerts turn into literary events. I've had this nightmare before, straight up.
For real.
For real, actually. I was at a mountain in this dream. I was at a Mountain Goats concert, and then suddenly I had to do a reading, but I didn't have my book, so I read the Dave Eggers foreword for Infinite Jest, and everyone booed. It's an actual literal nightmare that I had.
Yeah, I think I used to have to host literary events when I was editing the Nervous Breakdown, my like online lit journal for all those years, and I would host these events, and
I met you at one of those, didn't I?
No, honestly, maybe. I can't even remember, but like I would stress out so hard because I would have all these writers coming to read their stuff, and I would be terrified that no one was going to show up. And I would have like at some of them I had like a band playing, and I had this, I think I've even told this story before, if not on this show, then on the literary, part of the podcast, but this band played and I had them go on last, and by the time, and then we had like 8 readers, which was a disaster, like way too many people reading. And so by the time we got to the end of the show, the place was literally empty.
Oh my God.
And this
Jesus.
band gets their gear up on stage and like plugs in, and it was just like me in the back, like trying to like act like just to like,
no.
yeah, I gave them all the money. I was like, I'm so sorry, you know, like helping them carry their drums out to their van or whatever. But it was just like,
that is so fucking funny. Jesus Christ.
So I have like PTSD from that, and I don't like to, like my attitude about it is that like I don't love to attend readings. I don't enjoy them that much. I like to do the podcast. Like I have other ways of participating, but like sitting in an audience and having somebody read their book aloud to me, like I'm not.
It's awful. I hate it. It's like they're working on a new book, and like the thing that I am least looking forward to is the book tour. I hope my publishers aren't listening to this. I'll do it enthusiastically and I'll be a great reader. But I hate listening to people read. And so I just like feel bad when I'm out here just like reading this shit. And I'm like, okay, everyone's probably just like spaced out and bored and not even following. Like I do my best to read things that are like very short snippets, just because it's like you can't really follow things that closely and it's like boring.
Yeah, I just would rather. It's hard for me to follow. I want to have the book in my hands. Like reading is something that I consider a private activity.
It's solitary. It's like, okay, like I come from a family of performers, of musicians. I became a writer, like practically because I don't want to be on a stage, because I saw what my family did, and I was like, hell fucking no, I am not a performer. And then they're like, oh, by the way, you wrote a book, you got to go perform now. And it's like, no wonder it sucks. These people aren't performers.
Yeah. I mean, some people really love it. I mean, you know, and like to each their own.
And they're performers, and that's lucky, but it's like, that does not come inherently with being a writer.
It shouldn't have to be. I mean, unless you want to get up there and like read aloud. Some people just love to like read their words, and like
some people love to hear their own voice, man. It is really, I mean, you ever go to a reading and it's like, there's already like, 5-6 readers, already like a little bit too much. And then some motherfucker goes up there and it's like, everyone is being so polite. They're keeping it 5 to 10 minutes. And then some motherfucker goes up there and just reads for fucking 20 minutes. And you're like, I'm going to murder this person.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're just like, you lose track because it's hard to follow. And then you're just lost, and you just have to sit there in silence and just like be confused and like pretend that you're listening, and then clap. And then.
And it's like so small, you can't even be on your phone. It's like a nightmare.
Yeah. You can't even like, it's, and like, it's also like the biggest night of this person's life. So part of me, like they've worked for years to publish this fucking book, and it's like, it's their big party. And so I get it, like, and yet everybody is only there because they feel obligated. And like, I remember throwing, like, when I'm the person who's trying to throw one of those, it just makes me a nervous wreck, and I hate it.
I've never even tried because it seems so fucking like horrible. Like I've read at a couple of readings where there was like basically literally nobody, maybe one person there. And like, I always felt worse for the organizer. Like to me, I'm like, well, that's an easy reading for me, but I feel terrible for the organizer because they probably feel bad.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of what I was going to say, is that I think where I'm at now at my advanced age is that I will not ever throw a reading for myself ever again. But if I get invited to read somewhere, I'll go. Like I'll say, if someone's kind enough to invite me, I'll go out and read 4 pages from my book, and then just go have a drink.
Like at this point in my life, if somebody invites me to do a reading, if it's like a while ago, Eileen Miles invited me to do a reading, and I will do anything Eileen Miles tells me to do. She raised me, and so that's fair. I'll do that. But like, if like a really close friend asks me, I'll be happy to. But it's like I say no to a lot of readings these days because I just am like, I don't want to do that.
It's too stressful.
It's too stressful. It's like, what am I going to wear? I'm going to be in front of people, and then I'm going to watch other people read. I'm going to have to interact with people. People are going to be like, oh, I liked your stuff, or they're not going to be, and which one's worse? Like, it's awful. Someone from high school is probably going to show up, and I'll be like, fuck, why is this motherfucker here? Like, it's hell.
And I'm like, my book is like this really intimate, like sad dad lit. Like, who the fuck wants to hear somebody read that shit in front of a crowd? I don't know. I
mean, there's a Taylor Swift lyric. Tell me something awful like you're a poet. That's me.
Yeah. I mean, listen, people love it. People go to these events all the time.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. I feel like every author would be better off just doing a Q&A instead of or doing like an onstage interview instead of a reading.
Or just do a cocktail party and have some books for sale, like on a table in the corner.
That's the thing I've always felt is that like these readings, like people go because they want to go to a party. So just have a fucking party.
Yeah, they just want to talk. That's the thing. I always feel like at the reading, everybody just wants to be hanging out.
Yeah, and talking.
And yet this author is like insisting on haranguing everybody with like an entire chapter from their like, heartfelt Bill Dungsroman or whatever. And it's like, all right, great.
Right, they're like memoir about like, their alcoholic father or something like that. And it's like, fuck, just let me read this shit alone, my God.
Yeah, let me just have a moment in peace with this book to like digest it and like commune with like your inner voice or whatever. But like, I'd like to just have like a beer and talk to my friends.
Yeah, exactly. It's like anytime I go to a reading, especially when I was like younger and people would be throwing readings at like apartments or whatever, it just felt so fucking silly where it's just like, why are we doing a reading here? I can barely even hear them read. Like, it's just useless. Let's just hang out.
Yeah, I get like I feel like a physical stress response just talking about readings.
Yeah, I can feel my body tensing up. I'm like, oh my God, okay, now I'm going to have to like figure out how the printer works. I'm going to have to like print things out. I'm going to have to choose which poems are funniest. I'm going to have like, oh no, like it's nightmarish.
But this is interesting. This is maybe where you and I are similar, Mira, because I don't think I'm a performer. This is what I say, right? I don't like being photographed. I have a hard time even doing like a selfie video.
Yeah, same.
I don't want to be on stage. I don't like to read in front of people, and like I don't need all eyes on me.
Same. It doesn't make me nervous, but I hate it.
Yeah. Okay. Same. Like I can do it. Like, yeah. It's not like I get up there and I don't have like the public speaking phobia. I can talk I could talk in front of 50,000 people. I don't care.
Same. It's like, fine. I just don't want to.
Yeah. And okay. So I've been trying to analyze myself. Because there's a performative aspect to doing a podcast, I suppose.
Absolutely.
But I think maybe less so. Because
it's different, right?
Well, I think like the thing I desperately want is just to be completely authentic and to not perform, even though I know that there's like some level of performative behavior embedded into any kind of like content or outward facing, expression. Right. But like, I feel like because you're just kind of sitting in your living room or your bedroom or wherever, like it's easiest in this format to kind of forget that you're going to be communicating with anyone except the person that you're talking to. Like there's an intimacy to it and a realness to it that's why I like it, I think.
Yeah. Like, I think that like for me, like, my biggest like block to like anything creative or like writing or even just like talking in an honest way is like thinking about an audience listening to it. Like if I'm thinking too much about like, okay, what does the audience listening to this want to hear? Then I'll be like less funny and my writing will be less good or the podcast will be less good. And maybe something about like being in front of an audience and seeing them. I'm just like, I end up like thinking too much, like what does the audience want to hear from me? And then it becomes like less authentic than if I'm just home yapping at my screen. Cause like, I may not be a performer, but I sure am a yapper. I come from a long line of chatty women. And like that I'm good at when there's not like an audience watching and expecting something besides the other person I'm talking to.
Just rendering like instant judgment of everything you say.
Yeah, exactly.
I've had people over the years try to tell me to do the podcast live. And I'm like, that sounds like somebody asking me to like pee in front of somebody. Like,
right. It's like, okay, like the prep of the podcast, like the notes, like all these things. Like it does feel like, it feels like trying to like, not that the podcast is like writing poetry, but it would be like trying to like write with like my screen projected on a big wall and everybody looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it
like,
at all.
Having said that, if I have to do a reading in Los Angeles on my book tour, I may just force you to do a live podcast with me instead. So stay tuned.
Well, we're going to promote your book on this show. Well, I'll even have you on the literary. We'll have like a Brad and Mira interview. If you want.
Literary podcast. Everyone stay tuned.
We're going to make you highbrow. We're going to drag you over into the dry, like antiseptic literary part of this show.
We're going to make me highbrow instead of just high.
That's right. Mira puts the high in highbrow.
That's going to be a blurb on my new book. Mira puts the high in highbrow, Brad Listi.
When does your book come out? When is it?
I don't know. Probably like next year or something like that.
What's it called again?
That I also don't know. That's something that my publisher and I are working on a couple of different titles right now. I had one really insane one that we might go with, but I'm not totally sure. So stay tuned.
What if you win like the Pulitzer Prize for poetry?
I do not see that in my future, but I will. Well, I'll accept it maybe, unless there's any involvement between the Nobel Prize and Israel, in which case I will performatively refuse.
You'll decline the Pulitzer?
Oh yeah. If they if the IDF is funding like the Nobel Prize or whatever, hell yeah, I'll refuse it.
Oh, the Nobel, but not the Pulitzer. You'll take the Pulitzer.
Oh yeah, well, Nobel, fuck the Nobel, but I'll take the Pulitzer.
Glad we've got that established.
Yeah, it's a Pulitzer over Nobel any day.
Imagine how many readings you would have to do if you won the Pulitzer Prize for poetry.
Dude, oh my fucking God. It would actually like talk about a blessing and a curse. Like my fucking grandpa could go around being like, my granddaughter won the Pulitzer. And then I would have to just like live in torment for years.
We would introduce you on this show forever after as the Pulitzer Prize winning poet.
There was a time when my author bio was Mira Gonzalez was once nominated for an award, but then she lost to J.R.R. Tolkien, who is dead.
Did you?
Yep, sure did. Goodreads Choice Awards.
Oh, Goodreads Choice. Well, that's impressive that you were even up for that. How did that even happen?
I have no fucking idea. I was also shortlisted for the Believer Book Award, and I lost to David Foster Wallace's widow.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, sure did. So I've lost to a lot of big names.
Damn. Maybe this is your year.
Maybe, although, I'll take losing to a big name too. There's an honor in that.
Who's publishing your collection again? The as yet untitled?
I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but whatever, it's fine. Clash Books.
Okay.
So hopefully we're going to do a reprint of my first book too. So, this is a big podcast ending for the non-existent Mira Gonzalez fans out there.
Hey, don't underestimate yourself. They're out there and they're hungry for you. They've been waiting for your next collection for like 8 years.
They've just been, buying nudes before that and then just just waiting for the poetry collection.
Yeah, Mira's marketing strategy is to make everybody just like tired of buying her feet pics and just desperately wanting her next poetry collection.
Even the foot guys are like, "All right, I've had it enough. I want to read the poetry now."
Let's see some literature, Gonzalez.
Enough with the feet, Gonzalez.
Are you going to do like an album release party, like a poetry release party, like Taylor Swift? Like you could.
Oh dear God, no. I mean, maybe. It depends on what my lovely publisher, who are wonderful people, and I appreciate them publishing my book. It depends on what they make me do.
Imagine if Taylor Swift like has like a poetry collection, or like everybody shows up to these. What is it? Life of a Showgirl release parties? Is it going to be at movie theaters? Like what's happening?
Yeah. So they're doing like release parties at AMC theaters where it's like they're going to show like the music video and then like some like interview with Taylor Swift. And then like they're going to play the whole album and everyone listens to it together. I am so not doing that. That sounds like a nightmare. I need to have a private moment with the new album.
Imagine if everybody goes to these theaters and instead of listening to the album, Taylor comes out and like endorses DeepDive and then starts reading some poetry.
That's right. Starts reading my poetry.
That's right. And then the fans just go, they turn homicidal.
It would be genuinely scary for Taylor Swift to like endorse your poetry. Like it'd be like so much success, but also like, oh no.
She's one of DeepDive's first customers.
That's right. She's
taking the How to Write a Novel course as we speak.
That's right. That's right. And she bought it after the discount was done. Adam.
That's right. That's right. She paid full price, which I deeply appreciate. And
yeah, he appreciates it, Adam.
That's right. And on that note, I think we have reached the conclusion of yet another episode of Brad and Mira for the Culture. Mira, good job. I feel like we covered everything we needed to cover, and I'm proud of us.
Thanks, Brad. I'm proud of us too. And everyone have a good week. Bye-bye.